In the headlines, Tourism Minister announces decision to cancel Dominica's 2021 Carnival in the interest of national security. Government's investment in the digital economy begins to bear fruit as the first group of Dominicans trained to work online has graduated. And President Charles Savre has called for greater access for persons with disabilities to improve their overall advancement through greater integration in society. I'm Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, the 2021 Carnival celebrations have been cancelled. Here is Julian Morris with that story.
Carnival Monday and Tuesday would have been recognized on Monday 15th and Tuesday 16th February next year, preceded by weeks of celebration. However, during a Ministry of Health COVID-19 press briefing on Wednesday, Tourism Minister Denise Charles announced that the decision had been taken to cancel Mass Dominic 2021.
I wish to inform you that after much deliberations and consultation, the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica has taken the responsible decision to cancel our annual Carnival Mass Dominic 2021. We are aware of the historical, cultural, social, and economic relevance of our Carnival season. However, during this COVID-19 era, health and safety continue to be our priorities. Therefore, following discussions with key stakeholders, it was concluded that holding events of mass gatherings may pose a serious threat to our health, and this is a risk that we are not willing to take.
The Tourism Minister encouraged the public to keep following the safety protocols and says the ministry is continually observing the developments as regards the COVID-19 pandemic.
As we have been doing in the tourism sector, we'll continue to use this period to strategize on enhancing on other events and festivals for 2021, 2022, and beyond. While we are cautiously optimistic about the state of vaccine development, production, and distribution, we are still assessing COVID-19 impact in 2021. It is hoped that we will continue to take all necessary steps to contain the spread of this deadly virus. Please follow the protocols. Wear your mask, wash and sanitize your hands, practice respiratory etiquette, and keep your distance.
Meantime, National Epidemiologist Dr. Charlotte Ahmed says the country has recorded 5 new cases of COVID-19.
As of today, our active COVID cases are 13. In total, 72 cases have successfully recovered, and there are no deaths to date. Over the past week, we have had 5 new cases of COVID-19. 3 of these cases were identified through rapid testing at the airport, and they were IgM positive initially and then confirmed through PCR testing. 1 case was detected through the routine day 5 testing at the quarantine facility. And the 5th case was detected via our pre-travel screening. 3 of them are between the ages of 35 to 40 years, and 2 others are over 70 years. 2 of these cases are foreign nationals.
In more top stories, the site for the country's international airport to be handed over to the developers later this month. Prime Minister Skerrit made the announcement when addressing the DAIC's Eggs and Issues breakfast on Wednesday. He pointed out there are several economic benefits to having an international airport, and government will push forward on the project.
This month, we will hand over the Wesley Woodford Hill site to the developers, who will begin construction of our international airport in the first quarter of 2021. As entrepreneurs, I do not have to spell out for you the various opportunities that having an international airport will create for Dominica. It is directly linked to economic development, positively impacting, among other things, our tourism and trade. It will create employment and increase tax revenue, among other benefits. This will be complemented by the development of our cargo and cruise ports.
In his vision to further develop the economy, Mr. Skerrit reiterated the need for a larger population size to achieve this goal.
A few weeks ago, on my Anupale program, I made a comment that has stimulated much discussion locally and further afield. The basis for that comment still holds true. In order to support the growth of our businesses, we need more consumers. We therefore need to encourage population growth, not just through an increased birth rate, but by encouraging persons to relocate to Dominica or choose Dominica as a place to reside and work. We have seen that many cities have grown and benefited from the diversity of nationalities and cultures. Our people have themselves contributed to this phenomenon in many parts of the world. We should be no different here in Dominica.
In other developments, the first cohort of participants in the Work Online Dominica pilot project has graduated. Here again is Julian Morris with more.
The 12-week-long pilot project ran from August to November this year and saw 60 Dominicans aged 18 to 40 develop the skills needed to successfully secure jobs online. While 5 of the participants did not meet the criteria for graduation, Minister for the Digital Economy, Senator Kasani Laville, told the graduation ceremony on Wednesday he was satisfied government's investment in developing the digital economy would pay off.
55 of you succeeded. That is 92%. That is absolutely incredible. So this gives me hope for our plans for transformation. And it is such an exceptional way to etch the story of our legacy. I have been advised that 34 of you have already landed jobs and various gigs. So I am excited that the $16 million that we will now invest in digital skills and technology adoption will be money well spent on a populace willing to grow. I am satisfied that we will drive economic growth, provide convenience to people here and abroad who want to transact in Dominica.
Digital skills specialist with the Work Online Dominica pilot project, Clementina Fana, says this program will have beneficial ripple effects for the country.
For the government who really put their foot behind this program, for the donors who put their foot behind this program, and for the participants who decided to take a bet on themselves, I can safely say at 1,000% that you bet on the right horse and your investment was not lost. Because what has started 3 months ago is going to continue having a ripple effect, not just at the nuclear, but also the family and the community level. And you're going to have individuals who are no longer depending on one source of income or 2 sources of incomes, but would have new ways for them to generate revenues for themselves, to achieve their dreams, to build their lives, to invest in themselves, and to do anything else that they can dream of or have in mind.
Country manager for Israel Aid Dominica, which was an instrumental partner in helping this project come to life, says she is impressed with the results.
Students, you've done amazing. We've been following each one of you individually. We've been really looking who comes to which class and how did you do in the class and how are you doing on your assignments and is your profile set up and is it set up on all the websites and did you get already an interview and how many and why did you decline or why did you accept? And really, I'm just baffled by how amazing you have done and how successful it has been. Definitely more than anything we could have imagined.
The UNDP was another critical partner in the Work Online Dominica pilot project. Head of the Dominica office urged graduates to continue playing their part to develop the gig economy.
I would like to appeal to the participants that they share this experience with their peers, family, and friends. Dominicans are uniquely placed to take advantage of the gig economy, and it is your duty, I would hope, that you can help us understand what it takes to transition towards the gig economy. Your experiences, failures, achievements will be vital so that we can learn, improve, and access this new reality.
CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin Larocque has signed an MOU with the CARICOM private sector organization on Thursday.
This as the Caribbean community continues to forge ahead with the CARICOM Single Market and Economy CSME. The MOU outlines areas of cooperation towards the full implementation of the CSME, acknowledging that the private sector is well positioned to positively contribute to the CSME regimes of free movement of goods and services, labor and capital. The CARICOM private sector organization is the latest associate institution of CARICOM, having been so designated on the 29th of October 2020. Its status is recognition of the need for more structured engagement between the community and the private sector and labor to achieve economic development and full realization of regional integration. Regional private sector officials had engaged CARICOM heads of government about the establishment of the CPSO during the 40th regular meeting in St. Lucia in July of 2019. The business executives met the month before with Prime Minister Mia Mottley, the lead head of government on the CSME in the CARICOM quasi-cabinet, and shared the view that the CSME continue to be the most viable platform for supporting growth and development in the region.
An update on the $1 million Check Oil Road Rehabilitation project and more when the news continues.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
Welcome back. A call to work together to create a better environment for the disabled community. The call from President Charles Savre as Dominica observed International Day of Persons with Disabilities on Thursday under the theme Building Back Better Towards a Disability Inclusive, Accessible and Sustainable Post-COVID-19 World. President Savre pointed out that society must work together to help the disabled communities overcome challenges such as accessing healthcare, online education, transportation, security, livelihoods and income support, and information.
We are obligated to address the specific needs of these individuals for the sustenance of their health, safety, dignity, and independence throughout the COVID-19 era and beyond. Accordingly, it is of critical importance that all sections of society, governments, employers, educational institutions, healthcare providers, inter alia, take the necessary steps to ensure that the aforementioned hurdles do not have long-term negative effects on the progress made prior to the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic.
President Savre pointed out that Dominica has made strides in catering to its disabled community, but there is still room for improvement.
Since the government of Dominica ratified the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, some public buildings, including commercial buildings, have constructed ramps for easier access to their facilities. The enabling environment also makes it easier for the disability community to access education, healthcare and information, livelihoods and income support. The government also ensures that the disability community is represented on the matters that govern their lives and that they are included in the climate resilient and Build Back Better thrust that is currently underway.
The majority of works on an over $1 million Checkall Road rehabilitation project expected to be completed by the end of the year. During a site visit on Thursday, Member of Parliament for the Maho constituency, Reuben Blackmore, said it is important the road be fixed in line with the country's theme of building resilience.
As we speak about resilience, it is therefore very important to ensure that whatever we do, we take into consideration the whole question of mitigation. This area, because of its elevation, whenever it rains, this road carries a lot of water, which actually is deposited into the main road and to the lowest portion of the community of Massac. So we are currently undertaking phase 1 of the road rehabilitation project in the Checkall area.
Minister Blackmore says several interventions are being made along the roadway to reduce the risk of erosion and ensure the durability of the road.
The installation of storm drains, and in one section of the road, you'll see the installation of some culverts. And as you go to the intersection of the main road in Massac and Checkall, you're going to see the installation of box culverts, and to ensure that the water itself can be deposited with less risk involved in terms of flooding, etc., and erosion possibility. So at a difficult time in one community, we are spending $1.1 million to have that done.
Residents in the Checkall area have expressed gratitude for the road project.
Very excited because we had a road prior to this project which was unuser friendly, for want of a better word, and we really struggle on it. Vehicles, shocks went and all kind of things. And now we are seeing such a stupendous work going on, we are grateful for that. And the workers, they're doing an awesome job, and we just really want to compliment the government for taking time off, and spending some time in the community and letting the residents, feel more comfortable. So we're really much appreciative of such great action.
I'm very happy that finally we have received this road, because we have spent many years doing back-breaking work on this road. The thing is, I recall in 1999, the Taiwanese and the ULP, I think government of the day, they did that road and they ran the pipes across the road. And hence, every now and then, we had pipe breakage. And the was going to dig it up, and then we had problems. We had potholes upon potholes. And it was really a problem. So that's why I'm very happy that finally it is done.
According to the Maho MP, all employees on the project are from the community of Massac. And the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has issued new quarantine guidelines for people who were exposed to the coronavirus.
The measure reduces the length of time from 14 days to 10 days without symptoms or 7 days with no symptoms and a negative test. Officials say the shorter time period is intended to encourage more people to quarantine. The former commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration told CBS News Face the Nation that a shortened recommended quarantine period should capture the vast majority of coronavirus infections. Reducing the length of quarantine may encourage more people to do so, especially when they may not be able to work during quarantine time. However, the CDC's COVID-19 incident manager said Wednesday the agency still recommends 14 days, but is now offering 2 acceptable alternative quarantine periods. The CDC official said as we learn more about the virus, we continue to refine our guidance, emphasizing that everyone should quarantine if they are exposed or are concerned about exposure to coronavirus. The guidance is that people should continue to monitor themselves for symptoms for 14 days after exposure, even if they end quarantine sooner. There is a concern that a person leaving quarantine early could expose others.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid. But there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
To end the news, the headlines again. Tourism Minister announces decision to cancel Dominica's 2021 Carnival in the interest of national security. Government's investment in the digital economy begins to bear fruit as the first group of Dominicans trained for jobs online has graduated. And President Charles Savre calls for greater access for persons with disabilities to improve their overall advancement through greater integration in society. Feel free to access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us next time.